Hi, welcome to this special edition of EURweb. I'm Steffanie Rivers. This is an exclusive interview segment that we're about to show you. I am Steffanie Rivers, and you're watching EURweb exclusive. We are doing essentially exit interviews, but the person that we have on today, he made it through to the end of Ready to Love season 6, and he's here to talk about it today. This is where you get firsthand information from cast members about possible drama behind the scenes. We're multicasting on several platforms, including Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So today we're talking to Randall. He survived the whole season because there were 3 women, not one, not two, but 3 women who were vying for his attention. And in the end, Randall had to make a decision and he chose just one. So, who was his top draft pick and why? He's here to talk to us today about it. Welcome to the conversation, Randall.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, Randall, your Ready to Love bio says that you're an accountant and a personal trainer. The personal trainer part we can believe because most of the season you wore shorts and ripped jeans. We never got a chance to see you in a suit, but I have a picture I'm going to show people so they can say, okay, I get that. So, why is it that on some of the scenes you really didn't feel the need to wear a suit to meet people's relatives and parents and things like that?
I mean, I got to Miami. It's hot. I wear suits all day, so it's not an accountant; it's an account manager. My clothes just to go shoot this scene. I did actually pull out a suit on me our very first day. They cut that. So if you would like to see me in the episode, you have to go look at that digital exclusive with me and Jamal on our first day. Other than that,
okay, so
I've only wore, believe it or not, it was only 2 episodes. You know, everybody made a big deal out of it, but it's at Jamala's request. Jamala loves the hoochie. That is what it is.
yeah, because when you met some of the family members, even though they didn't say anything, their eyes told the story. Like, what's up with the jeans? Or so you said at Jamala's request, you brought out a suit.
The pants. I didn't really get any backlash about that. I mean, you got to understand that they weren't, and I didn't even realize that I was going to see Kayla's parents there when I got there, right, a little bit before I got there. But it was my choice. You know, I wanted casual jeans, polo shirt, just basic nice stuff. I would dress.
Yeah, and you know what? I can certainly understand that because when I in Dallas right now, it's like 85, 89 degrees in November. So I know Miami has some heat waves as well. And if it's not necessary for you to be walking outside sweating, then why do it? But a lot of people had those comments. I guess you were aware of that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
So when the cast had their getaway weekend, we're going to jump right in because up until the end, you had 3 women vying for your attention. And when the cast had that getaway weekend, Tommy played a game that allowed, he was asking the women questions. He asked the women questions about, just to see how well they knew their top draft pick. And so Trinika got the most questions correct. You two won some quality time together. And she, obviously you had conversations with her. She was listening to you. and she was intuitive on some of those answers. And that's what men claim. You claim that you want a woman who respects and listens to you, but you opened the door and ushered her out. Why? Why didn't you save her?
I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of confused or think I could save her at that point. So this is someone to be voted off, right? So at the end of that episode, I think there was like maybe 4 of us left.
Mm-hmm.
What I can do, I was her only vote, and since I was her connection to the elimination, that wasn't like my choice, like that's just how the game is. The one with that connection, so I was the one who had to eliminate her.
So I guess at that point, because even though she kind of proved that she knew you better, right? You were her only connection at that point, and so the other prospects were like, "Well, we don't have a connection with her, so she got to go."
I pretty much was outnumbered. I was her only vote in that sequence. That's just how the game went, to be honest.
Okay, so your brother meets Kayla and Jamala, and you must have allowed your brother to make the choice for you, because throughout the show, the episodes, you were saying how I'm just, it's challenging for me to make a decision, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But as soon as you met with him, then it was like you seemed super underdecided until you met with him. And I tried to find the video of
Yeah.
where you and Kayla were at the dinner, and for the last day eating a French fry. In between a French fry, you said, "I'm not picking you." Why did you handle it like that? Was she pressuring you, or was there something that we didn't see that they cut out? Because they have been known, the producers, editors have been known to cut out a lot to and it leaves the viewers not understanding the continuity of what's going on.
My brother didn't make the decision. I mean, it was good to hear his input. But the show is pretty much set up on how it's going to happen. It is, the emotion and stuff is real, but there are a lot of other variables that is thrown into this process. Okay, so throughout the process, I've always said that Jamala is my top one. I'm investing in Jamala. Those were the words I chose to use, just so it couldn't have been changed. Or I'm investing in Jamala. I've always said that. Hey, 2, I know everyone's talking about this being cut down. Like that was something that was impossible for me to do too. The product was told and how it had to be. So I had to carry out that entire. I have had ups and downs. The situation is real. There's a lot of emotion there, a lot of love there, and we dealt with some tribulation during this process. So we get into it at the house, which you just start to become a little rocky. I wonder if I was like, moving fast. It's only been a couple of weeks because I've been all into her. And you're hearing me say that I haven't spent as much time with Kayla or Chanika that throughout the episode. So here's where I like open the door and see. I've already spent a lot of time with Jamal. I talk to her all the time. How I eliminated Kayla, that was a lot, to say the least. It was a big day for that scene. We shot all of those. So that means I pretty much had 4 scenes that day, me personally. And then we also see Tommy talking to me and Kayla's date, to me and Jamal's date again. So I had to make a decision right then and there. was a lot longer than what you have seen. It was actually Kayla's birthday. I found it kind of tough for me to deliver this information on her actual birthday. I tried to get them to move the date. They would not. This is the day that I had to do it. Action with Kayla the next day or the day after. Okay, so let's put that out there. I voice my opinion on that. I do not want to ruin the girl's birthday, and I also don't want to. Kayla is intense, mostly emotion, but she is intense, and I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I know this is going to hurt either way, but how it's delivered is a big thing. So in the actual date, they did a lot. There was a lot of me and Kayla. Like, I didn't just come out and say, yeah, I'm not picking you. It didn't happen that way. We did a lot of talking about the growth of our actual friendship that we could have possibly had, moving forward from this situation. I wanted to make sure it was more about not winning the game than it is having a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So as we're doing this, I'm really just building this. I actually brought that up. Demeanor at that point. What do you want to do? So my response was, well, I'm not picking you. And it wasn't really much per se as it was for production at that point, because I didn't like what had just transpired. Pay attention to that scene. I say, and then I ask her, I say, are you ready to go? We get up together. And I'm so upset at this point, I actually take my off on scene and put it for Kayla. So it's a lot more to that. So they made it seem like I just,
Well, thanks for explaining that, because that explains a lot. Because when you're in the middle of the production and they're asking so much of you, and turn this way and do this take, and you don't really know what they're going to actually use. When you saw it, how did you feel about how you were portrayed in that moment?
Just weird. Normally, we
Randall, he just dropped out, and then he's trying to come back. So I'm going to, Randall, if you can hear me, try to come back so we can finish up the interview. He must be okay, let me see if I can get him.
You can't hear me right now? I can see you.
Okay.
And everything.
I can hear you. When you were talking, it was getting sluggish, and then you froze, but I can hear you now. Wow. It's always something.
Yeah. Trust me. I've been through it.
So we appreciate you explaining that. And wow, I didn't know it was her birthday.
Yes.
So when you saw that scene as it was played, did you reach out to her? Do you guys keep in contact? What is the relationship you have with Kayla now?
We're not interacting too much right now. We did, but kind of moved on, went our separate ways. I have no beef. Me personally, I was shocked that it was cut that way, but to be honest, so I couldn't really act like I was too. It was edited in the manner that it was.
So in the end, you chose Jamala. And have you seen the comments from viewers that said she was giving auntie vibes and she was a little controlling? of your moves and showed streaks of agitation that should have been red flags for you. But you chose her anyway. Did you see those, or were you aware of that?
To be honest, I stopped looking at the comments a long time ago. I realized that watching the comments is nothing but a way for me to let people inside my psyche. Mental, and I'm really big, especially being in the fitness industry, on mental toughness and health. So good. They're giving me good feedback or bad feedback. It's all bad. Separate myself from that. With that being said, there will be ups and downs. Okay, so I don't care who you talk to. It could have been Jamala or right. There's going to be ups and downs at that point. So you're looking for red flags. I just got a year ago. Okay, what I typically do in my relationship or situationships or whatever you want to call them, I leave. So if I see something that I don't like, I leave. And I've been doing that for the past 3 years. The dice coming to Miami also means that I have to do things differently. So if I'm going to be truly open on a television show, I have to do things totally different. So just because I see something that I do not like, I leave. I should do the opposite. You know, let's figure this out. You know, why is this occurring here? How can we fix it? And that's pretty much the standpoint that I had went on for most of the show.
So in the end, again, you chose Jamala, and we have the scene where that happened. So let's take a look at that, and we can talk
Right
after
here.
that.
This is like Mike's
I really enjoyed this process because you were here with me. We've seen each other in low moments, and we always turn around, grow closer, and stand up for each other, and smile more, and kiss more. So, that being said, I choose you.
It's hard to follow, Rara. You bring out feelings in me that I don't like. But I have to say, you give me the deepest belly laughs. You've opened up to me in ways that I know you typically don't. So I appreciate and I value that. So I choose you too.
Randall was trying to take my breath away. He was trying to make me float into the cosmos. We are having a cosmic kiss. I'm ready to go have fun with my Pookie. I'm ready to live in the moment. Jamal and Rara are definitely ready to love. Ready for love?
Of course. Right now, I'm the happiest man on the planet. It feels good to be connected to somebody, to be on the same page, and truly choosing each other at the same time. I'm ready to move forward and see what happens down the road long term for me and Jamala.
Okay, let's walk off into the sunset.
Open the drawer.
So just wanted to include that bit, and I'm still having problems. I have you on, but I don't see you. Are you hearing me, Randall? All right. Well, Randall has dropped out again. Hopefully we'll get him back. But that was just showing the final scene of him choosing Jamala and Jamala choosing Randall. So hopefully we'll be able to get him back in a few minutes. So I see we have a few viewers. If you have any questions that you would like for me to throw to Randall, be sure to go into the chat. Doesn't matter where you're watching us. I will see your comments, and he's back.
Okay, there we go.
Hey.
How you doing?
So we just saw the end where you and Jamala met on the bridge, and you guys chose each other.
Yeah.
So now, during the preseason, Randall, I did an interview with the whole cast to promote the season coming up. One of the things that I did was I asked some of the crew members, some of the cast members, what would they like? What were they looking for in a man? Jamala said her longest relationship was 2 years. She lived with a man at that time, and he wasn't ready to get married, but she was ready to get married. So she left the relationship. Are you ready for marriage, Randall?
When it's time. I don't want to just say, yes, I'm ready for marriage and I'm not even in a relationship right now. So for me, it's a process, So let's grow together. Let's grow into that situation. I am totally open to marriage when it gets to that point, but I'm not going to tie myself down to just anyone.
So based on your answer, it doesn't seem like you and Jamal are still together. Or are you? How's that working out?
We're okay. We definitely have some ups and downs. That's pretty much where we are right now.
So the reunion starts, the ever dramatic reunion is starting on Friday night.
Yeah.
And what can we look forward to as far as reunion drama that you can share?
A lot. It's going to be a lot of drama. I'm not going to speak on it, but it's going to be a whole lot. Our cast is totally different. I will say that than what the past cast have been. So it's going to be a lot of tense situations, to say the least.
Yeah, I saw something when I won't name names, but somebody threatened to whip somebody's ass and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what now? Y'all supposed to be putting your best foot forward. Y'all talking about fighting each other like y'all at school or something.
Man, it's been a long process. Let's just put it that way.
It was tense.
Yeah.
So, Randall, I normally end with asking you about your Instagram account, and I tried to go to yours and it's closed. Did you know it was closed? Why did you close it if you knew?
You probably, I changed my name. So where it says at King Randall 31, that's the name. It used to be R Scott 31, but I guess people couldn't find my page, so I changed it.
Okay, because OWN gave us everybody's Instagram account, and all you had to do was go and click on it.
Yeah.
And I tried to pull up Randall Scott, but it was some kid that wasn't you. So I was like, well, maybe he changed it. So is there anything else you want us to know about Randall Scott? And so if they want to find you on Instagram, it's at King Randall 31, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you want us to know about you?
As far as the show?
Yeah, or in life, can somebody meet you at at this particular club every Friday night or something?
No, to be honest, I'm a loner. I chill. I'm not much of a person who goes out all the time. I pick and choose when I do that. I love what I do for a living. I'm really into my craft. I love helping people. So I spend most of my time either studying or I'm in the gym working on myself. As far as the show's been a lot. There's a lot that's come out about the show. I want to say that everything has been pretty genuine. What me and Jamal had, there was nothing fake about that. Okay, there's a lot of love there. No matter what happens, I do love her, but it's just hard. Like, we're pretty much in the pressure cooker, and I know the audience does not understand that. There's a lot of variables going on, and I had 2 other women throughout this process, but I definitely would set my eyes on her on the first day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Hopefully she'll see this interview and know that you had your eyes on her the whole time. And sometimes we forget that why we initially were attracted to someone, just because life and things happen and you get caught up, but you have to really go back to why was I attracted to this person.
Yeah. I will say this process, it does make you grow in some ways because it's so unique. It's not like normal life. Like in normal life, you are maybe talking to multiple people, but you don't have to see it. So like you're right now and you're dating other people in front of someone that you really like. That has to be tough for absolutely anyone. So you got to put that in perspective also while y'all comment.
Well, we appreciate you taking out the time. We're going to be looking forward to seeing everything. It's a 2-part reunion, right?
It's a lot. Have fun. Have fun. It's a lot. I will say that.
All right, we'll be looking. So thanks for coming by, and then if we'll try to reach out again for post reunion confessions and see what we can come up with.
You might want to do that. I look forward to it.
All righty, you have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for this exclusive segment, an EUR exclusive interview with Randall Scott from season 6 of Ready to Love on the OWN network. To find out more about the things that we care about, you can go to the written version of EURweb. That's at EURweb.com. Thanks and have a super day.